This is John Lauder, host of The Cheap Seats. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Madeline, host of Crowned and Dangerous here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come back to check out my show, Crowned and Dangerous, where Jessica and I talk about our time in the pageant world. A new show comes out bi-weekly on Thursdays. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Crowned and Dangerous. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Once you start believing in yourself, magical things start to happen. Good morning. Welcome to Public House Media. Welcome to Choose to Rise. My name is Kim Meyer, and I am so glad that you're here with me today. Maybe I should plug on my microphone. Let's try that again. Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start believing in yourself, magical things happen. Again, welcome to Public House Media. Welcome to Choose to Rise. I am so glad that you're here with me this morning. I am so glad and just touched and just so overjoyed that you're here with me. Good morning, Sarah. I'm so glad that you're here. I just want to say again, self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start believing in yourself, magical things happen. And that's why today we're going to be talking about what is real confidence. So many times women come to me, whether they're working with me for weight loss, or they're working with me in other areas of their life, they just want to be a part of a tribe. They want to be with a group of women that support them and encourage them. And one of the main things that gets them into the point where they are in life, where they feel stuck and maybe overweight or just unhappy in where they're at in life, is that they lack confidence in who they really are, who God's made them to be. And when you can gain that confidence, gain that superpower back, life just gets a whole lot better. Like I said, life gets more magical when you can have that confidence. And today we're going to talk about what is real confidence. What is this all about? What is it that we're really trying to achieve? What is it that we're really wanting to create more of in our life? And so one of those things, number one, the real confidence is that you don't seek approval from others. When you can be confident in who you are and know that you are you, and that you don't have to, seek approval from other people. Other people's opinions aren't the be all end all. They are just extra data in the day. The second thing of what real confidence is that when you smile, only when you really mean it. Sometimes people smile out of nervousness. Sometimes they smile out of just trying to be nice. Sometimes they maybe smile because they feel like if I don't smile now, they're going to know something's wrong. And you can just kind of see it on some people's faces. But real confidence is that you smile only when you really mean it, and that you really are okay with yourself and that you love yourself. Real confidence is also that you're not afraid of silence. Real confidence is that you don't shift responsibility to other people. Real confidence is that you don't try to flatter everyone else by just being what they want you to be. Real confidence is loving yourself always and knowing that you are enough, and that you are not afraid to show your weaknesses, and that you are capable of doing so much more in this world. Real confidence is knowing who you are, who God's made you to be, and really owning that. Not trying to keep up with the Joneses, not trying to be somebody else, not trying to replicate what somebody else has done in this life, but knowing who you are and living out your purpose, not being afraid of that silence, not being afraid of, listening for other things. But, if people don't say anything back, it's okay. It's okay to take responsibility for who you are. It's okay to own your decisions and own your mistakes, because when you make mistakes, that's when you learn. One of the things we say every morning with my kids is, when I struggle, I just keep trying, because when I fail is when I learn. Mistakes happen so that you can know what not to do next time, right? So real confidence is all of these things. It's smiling when you mean it. It's not being afraid of the silence. It's not shifting responsibility to somebody else. It's taking ownership of who you are. It's real confidence is not flattering other people or trying to impress other people. It's always loving you no matter what. And it's not afraid to show your weaknesses. Real confidence is also that you know who you are and what you want. It's okay to know have very clear expectations of what you want out of life. I do it every single day. I have my journal that I start off with, my devotion every single morning. I dive deep into God's word. I connect with him. And then I write down my affirmations and I write down my goals and I figure out specifically and get crystal clear on what I want. Because one of the things I write in here every single day is that my mind is a center of divine intervention. My divine intervention is a divine operation, and divine operation is always for fuller expression and fuller expansion. And so if that's where my mind is, that's where my focus is, and I know that my mind is where God is going to be present in my heart and in my head. He's going to give me ideas that come to you will not pass you. And so if you can write those things down every single day and get crystal clear on what it is that you want out of life, you are going to be much more confident in who you are, what it is that you want to be, and where you're going in life. And so real confidence is that you know who you are and what you want. Real confidence is that you're not judging other people. That's not our place. There's somebody else that's for that. Our job is just to be here, to love who God's made us to be, love on other people, and be a good steward with the blessings that he's given us. And the 10th real confidence piece is that you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to show up daily. You're not afraid to give it your 100%. You're not afraid to fail at something so that you can learn and you can grow and you can be better at whatever it is that you're trying to do. So not being afraid to fail, not judging other people, knowing who you are and what you want, not being afraid to show your weaknesses, not being flattering of always other people, not shifting responsibility, being afraid of the silence, that you really are wearing your smiles because you really mean it, and not seeking approval of other people. When you can own in who you are and who you want to be, being crystal clear and grateful for who God's made you to be and where he's brought you into this life and what he wants you to do, diving into his word, owning who you are and loving who you are and not trying to be somebody else, those are signs of real confidence. Those are areas of life where you can learn to prosper and be gracious and live life comfortably. Part of how I've gained so much confidence in my life, a lot of people are like, you were just born confident. You've always been this way. No, I haven't. I've put on that pretty face. I have decided to, for a very long time, I was the one that smiled, even when I wasn't supposed to be smiling. I was always the one that was showing up like everything was okay, but it wasn't. And when I've learned that it's okay to show up with weakness, that it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to really go after what it is that I want and not what other people are wanting for me to have, that's when real confidence shows up, and that's when life gets a whole lot better. So I promise that's how it works. If you start working on you, if you start working on your mindset, if you start working on your physical body, if you start working on your nutrition, if you start working on self-improvement with personal development like this and many other things, life just gets a whole lot better. So that's what I encourage you to do today. Go out and be real confident. Go out and practice one of these measures. Really go for it and keep these things in the back of your mind today as you work on being confident throughout the rest of the week and loving on who you are and who God's made you to be. Thanks again for joining me this morning. I love and appreciate all of you for being here. It would mean the world to me if you would hit the little share button in the bottom left corner, share this out to your social media, share this out to the friends who need to hear it. If you're on the podcast version, share this episode with somebody that you love and that you want to encourage. Also, you can take a screenshot and share it on your social media as well. Go to Apple iTunes and or Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review. That would mean so much to me as well. And that's how people find us. That's how more people learn about Choose to Rise, is by you sharing and you leaving good reviews. And so I would really appreciate that as we try to spread this voice out to more and more people and impact more people for good, as we're helping people rise up out of their current struggles and living their best life. So thanks again for joining me this morning. It's been short and sweet, but it's all about confidence and all about you going out and taking action this morning and owning who you are, owning who God's made you to be, and loving life as it is. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again Wednesday. Bye.